So I'm back. I'm here at an undisclosed location in Indiana, and I'm getting ready to go inside this barn here and show you something cool. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that.
On the show, on the Chad Tegan YouTube channel.
Alright folks, well there is Santa's sleigh right there. I'm standing here with Brian. He's the owner of the truck right now. He's going to give us some history on the truck.
I've had it just a little over 2 years, and I'm a grain farmer in Indiana, and a friend of mine had this sitting in his barn and he wasn't using it anymore, and I was looking for a spare truck. And it's not uncommon to have one of the other trucks, you know, something go down during harvest. So I thought, well, why not just see if I can get this thing bought? And he bought it from a gravel pit close to him that had owned it since it was new. And then this friend of mine had it for at least 20 years. He always kept it in the barn, and it had a dump trailer that came with it. He hauled grain with the dump trailer, but he didn't want to sell the trailer when I bought the truck, so I just bought the truck and put it on the road hauling grain. And it's just got very, very low miles on it and been inside a lot of its life. And we've enjoyed having it around. We get a lot of looks. The neighbors think it's pretty neat looking, and guys at the elevator want to come over and look at it. But I don't really know a whole lot of details about the truck.
Oh, what you just said is plenty, because a lot of time you find an old truck and there's nobody knows any history on it because it's been through, you know, 15 different peoples and it's changed hands so much. So for you to know that the three, you know, where it came from, your buddy owned it, you've known it basically all your life, or all its life. You've probably seen it around since, you know, you were younger and stuff like that. So it does have some, you got some nostalgia and connection with this truck, which a lot of people don't have. So it's really cool to be able to see it like this in its glory, and it still looks extremely well. The body, I see one little dent on this side. Other than that, there's really not a ton, which that isn't even a big deal. What I see, it just looks like it's sticking out right under that handle, which it could have popped out from that. That's no big deal. But other than that, the body is really good. It's a straight truck. Already walked around and looked at the frame, and everything looks super clean on it. There's no rust jacking or anything like that. So you can clearly tell this thing was well taken care of by everybody. Now, when I get into the interior and look at it, it may be a different story, but with the low miles on it, it should be pretty immaculate in there. From what I could see from the one picture with the steering wheel, the front of the dash and stuff like that, it did look pretty clean. So I doubt that nobody's probably ever slept in that. Do you think?
No, I wouldn't think so. Kind of interesting thing was yesterday morning, it was 19 degrees.
Yeah.
After you called, and we went out there and it started up. That's a good deal.
Do you have any additives in the fuel?
No.
Really? I was worried when you said that. I thought, well, maybe the fuel filter might gel up. The fuel may be a little bit cloudy, but I mean, does it have a block heater on it?
I believe it does.
You guys didn't plug it in or nothing?
No, I don't have any electricity out in the barn, so we just went out there and pushed the clutch in, hit the button, and it started up.
Nice. And you didn't have to shoot it with either or nothing.
No,
that's awesome.
No,
so he was telling me yesterday on the phone, it's got a 350 big cam with a 13 speed. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, if he doesn't know the rear end, so when I climb around and look, I'm gonna see if there's any tags on there, see if I can figure it out. Unfortunately, he said there's no paperwork or manuals that came with it, so I'm not gonna be able to see that, but I could probably call the dealership once I get back up to Defiance Truck Sales and give him the VIN and have Todd run it, and he can do pretty much everything, find out everything, because he's gonna be the one that state inspects this truck, because once I get the title from you, I'm gonna have to have it state inspected before I can title it my name. And I have the guy at an international dealership that goes out and finds cab overs and buys them and sells them, resells them after they fix them up. He always states inspect my stuff, so he's going to be tickled for me to pull in with this thing. So, all right, folks, I'm gonna let him go real quick. I'm gonna do a walk around shoot with you, and then me and him are gonna talk about some other things. So hopefully, you know, you guys enjoy that history lesson right there. I'm always happy and pleased when I can get a history lesson on a truck, because I want to know everything I can about it. There's 24s on the steers. There is a PTO pump on here with wet kit that I don't know if I'm going to be needing, but that may be something that might be coming off. It's got the old Dayton's, and I was just talking to James Pretty last night about, we were out the ranch walk around, and I swore I seen some of these rims out there. So he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some out there. So probably grab some of those, have them extra. It is a spring ride truck. I'd say it's probably about the same length as the blue truck because of, you know, just the length from seeing things in the spring ride. It's about the same amount room on the frame that the blue truck has, even though these tanks are shoved forward a little bit. But yeah, it's a nice little truck. And I think it'll do the purpose of what I actually am wanting it for. Now, what I'm wanting it for is a surprise, and that's something you'll have to wait and see. But I do believe this thing will clean up extremely well. I don't think it's going to be hard for me to sex it up, if you will, at all. So there might be some hoses and different things I'll go through and change out, because some of this stuff might be original, you know what I'm saying? Swap some of this stuff out and whatnot, and maybe these lights. And I always thought these were closed, but maybe I was wrong and they're open, and you just open them from the inside is what he was telling me, because this is the third one that he's owned. So it's unlocked, right? The truck's unlocked? The doors are unlocked?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Let's go up in there and check it out. Oh yeah, look at that. That's actually really nice, this flooring. There's a little bit of brokenness here, but that seat's actually really nice too. That's one thing we're always worried about when we go to get old trucks, is the seat. Now this can be taken care of. We could probably find somebody to make us a panel or something, and I don't think I've ever necessarily climbed up in one of these. It's a little bit different on the handles, but yeah, check this out. Smells like an old truck. And I was just talking to him about sleeping in it. That's the original plastic. This is the original mattress from the factory. So that's cool. It smells a little bit like some mice have been in here somewhere, which, you know, I'm the kind of guy that I'm going to take this dash apart probably and go through it all and clean it out. So probably air assist wipers, no CB, probably the original radio. Usually these are, this kind of stuff right here is hard to find in these trucks. Usually this kind of stuff is ripped out. So that's cool that this is in here. The seat really isn't too bad. Original jump seat over here. Nice little, probably vent box or something like that. We'll get into more details when the truck is at the house and, you know, I'm hanging out and stuff like that. So I'm gonna step out really quick. Maybe he'll fire it up for us real quick, and then we'll be able to see it run. I don't know. We're in a shop though. If you don't want it stinking, we don't have to. But yeah, this is kind of nice right here. Here's for the PTO, I believe, and I believe that is probably, well, I don't know. What's the black button right here?
That's the throttle.
Throttle lock?
The throttle.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was that, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing because I didn't know.
Yeah.
If okay, so there is an engine start button right there. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. When I got the picture, this is extremely clean. I can't wait to sex this up. I love how this steering wheel has like the snake skin on there. So, and that's cool right there. You know, it'll be the first time that Chad's ever owned a 13-letter shit spreader, and this is exactly what it is. So I think it's pretty cool. International Harvester, baby. There it is. Everything sounds great. Smells amazing. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Well, just leaving that guy's house, Brian, super nice guy. Farmers are some of the nicest people to deal with. Well, some of them, some can be kind of crotchety, but it is what it is. Anybody can be, so it's whatever. But just bought the truck, super low miles. You heard the story. It's something like you can't pass it up for what I'm getting it for, which that is something that I'll go into detail later on. It's just not something you need to know now. But it should be fun doing what I get to do from what I've done before, not been able to shoot and record and show from my own personal trucks, besides when Frank got in the accident and I had to go get the parts and stuff like that and resurrect him from the dead. I'm going to be able to go through, and you're going to be able to see the process of what it's like to go get an old truck. Now, I left the truck there, do have the title because I gave the guy cash, because that's the kind of guy I am. We dickered on the price a little bit. He basically said that he was at his bottom dollar because he had it and he had it. I'll keep it. I said, okay, I understand that. He's like, I'll take it. Okay, that's fine. So I gave cash, slid while he was going out and taking care of something outside for his wife, and then I let him count it out. We filled out the title, and now we just sat around and BS because I just wanted to kind of look around the truck and take some more detailed pictures of it and stuff like that for you know, some friends of mine that may be interested in the truck. And with that being said, I'm going to leave it at that, and I guess you'll wait until I come back down. I plan to have Jim Bones bring me down. I'm going to pay him to bring me down and then follow me back, which I don't think I'm going to have any problems with the truck. So I should be okay, but I still don't want to rent a car and do all that bullshit. So I'm going to have Jim Bones bring me down, and then he'll follow me back, and I'll pay him because he only gets to work 3 days this week because of the holidays. So I'll give him, throw him some extra cash. That way he's set up for Christmas if he needs to get any Christmas presents or do anything like that. And just because he's my son-in-law, future son-in-law, and I take care of my people. So you got people, you take care of them. The people that I deal with, they're going to take care of me, and I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to do everything they ask me to and they need me to. So it's what it is. But now it's time to go home because I got to go back and clean that windshield mess up from there was a walnut the daughter found in the back of her car on the floor in one of her Crocs that had come down and smashed that window on. We got Safe Light coming on Tuesday to replace it. So I looked it up and I thought about it, but then I was like, you know what? It's cold out. I really don't have time. I've got some other stuff. I've got 2 loads booked for the week after Christmas that I need to go down to Greenville, Indiana and grab their 2 pup trailers, and they're going to the West Virginia State Fairgrounds. So that's something I'm going to grab one Monday and try to get it over there, and then go back and grab the other one and try to get it over there Tuesday. That way I'm done with that. And that's just my bag is heavy and making the old seatbelt thing tick. So it's not like I'm not wearing my seatbelt or anything, because safety first, you know that. But yeah, I'm out of here, and I'll catch back up with you maybe Monday when we scoot that thing on home.